How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another review. Today, taking a look at the PlayArts Kai Metal Gear Solid Cyborg Ninja, or otherwise known as Gray Fox. Really cool character. If you've never played Metal Gear Solid, definitely go check it out. It's a really great game, and hopefully I don't spoil anything in this review, but keep that in mind. I'm doing things a little differently, got a different background, I don't know. This is going to be more of a point and shoot review, not going to do a lot of editing, just give you my thoughts on this figure. Is it worth picking up, and worth the money and all that type of stuff. So he came out in 2012. He was the first in the PlayArts Kai Metal Gear lineup, followed by Snake, I believe. There is another version of this guy. It's the limited edition red version, which, if you're familiar with the game, if you replay the game, he actually changes his deco into that. And that version, I think, is limited to like 500. It's extremely expensive. It comes with all the same accessory pieces as this one, except it does come with the Gray Fox head, which really is disappointing. I really wish that this one would have come with that, because it fits this figure, I think, a lot more than the red version. But, oh well. All right. This figure is fantastic. I love the paint apps. I'm not going to show off the box because there's really nothing going on with the box. It's just your typical window box with a couple of pics of the figure on the back and some action poses. One thing I will say about the box and the figure, it has been knocked off. So if you do end up getting this guy and you get the box, check the bottom flap, because it will have the serial number on there. If it doesn't have it, obviously that means you have a knockoff and such. But if you get this guy loose out of packaging, to find out if he is a knockoff, you check out his little kind of identification tampo, type of stuff he's got written all over him. The best one is on his forehead here. That says, my camera will focus, Tokugawa there. The knockoff will actually change the O to a C, and then the writing will actually be a lot more, it'll be sloppy, kind of not as crisp. It'll be more like a bold font and such. So, come on, camera. But yeah, you saw it. All right. His accessory pieces he comes with, not a lot. He also doesn't come with a stand, just to let you guys know that too, which is unfortunate. They didn't start, I think, releasing the stands until, was it Raiden? MGS2 Raiden and Liquid. So, or whichever one came first. But he does come with a pair of open hands. And I do love the fact that his tampo little identification insignias and all that kind of stuff on him is legible. Got some really nice paint apps on him. He does come with a closed or gripping hand to hold his sword, the fox blade here. Not a lot of detail, but I do like the fact that they broke up the blade with the darker color on top. It's not bad. And then he comes with his arm cannon, which is a pretty solid piece. And again, you have the identification stuff on it. It's all one solid color, except for, you can see it's got red on the laser sight. But pretty accurate to the game. Now, as far as the paint apps for him being accurate to the game, it's not accurate to the PlayStation version. I'm not sure about the Twin Snakes, but I know this is basically what you see if you get the add-on, skin, whatever it's called, for the MGRR game with Raiden, or Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. So, but all right, but yeah, looking at the detail, again, you get all those tampos all over him. I do love the metallic, the gold, blues, all of that. Really solid. Now, I know that there are a way to modify this. I've seen some people do this to actually give it an LED light in there, which I think is pretty cool, but I'm not going to do that. A little bit too much work, especially for a figure that's not extremely cheap, but it does look good. I will admit that. All right, as far as articulation is concerned, now this is one of the biggest gripes for me as far as some articulation. It does have majority of the articulation that we're used to with the new PlayArts Kai stuff, but it is missing some of the ratcheted joints, which kind of makes this guy hard to pose at times. And I know that can make him really loose. Excuse me. All right, first off, he's got a ball pegged head. I don't think it's a double ball peg that goes into the body into the head, but you do have nice range of motion, at least looking down, side. You know, you got the tilt. Can't really look up because of the sculpt on the back here, that bulge there. So, but we do have at least a decent amount. Now, as far as his arms are concerned, he's got the butterfly hinge, so his arms can go out pretty far. Looks pretty crappy from the side though, but from the front it's not bad. I do wish that he would have came with a gripping hand for his left hand, so he could actually wield the sword with two hands. That would have been nice, but oh well. Now this is where the one ratchet I wish would be. He doesn't have a ratcheted joint in the shoulder for the arm, but you do have the same range of motion. You can rotate around 360 degrees. You can go in and out. This is a soft rubbery plastic, so it doesn't really hinder anything. It's not too bad. He does have the bicep swivel, and again, you can move that around so you can kind of hide the joint. He does have this weird cut in the bicep, the swivel joint, which doesn't make sense. As you can see, it breaks up the sculpt and looks, you know, just bad. So I don't know why they did that when you already have the bicep swivel. He's got the standard PlayArts Kai ratcheted ball joints for the elbow, the wrist, and the ankle. So you have the top and bottom can swivel. You got all that. And to put the gun on, you can take his forearm, and you can do either side. In the game, I believe he utilizes the weapon on his right arm. But if you do that, then you can't use the fox blade. So I'm glad that they're able to give us the option of either arm, so you can actually have him using both weapons. And it's nice, it actually fits right over his elbow pad there. I'm not going to fit it on all the way, but you can kind of get an idea. So, now without having those ratcheted joints in the shoulder, the weight of the gun can be problematic, but as you can see, it does hold the weight. But if you're trying to get him in some dynamic poses, it'll start to just kind of sag, unfortunately. All right. Moving on to his chest articulation. He's got the ball peg there, but you don't have any range of motion. I mean, it's a little bit of side to side, forward and back, not a lot. His waist, you get the most, which is on the ball peg on a T-joint, going into the hips and all that. So you can get him all over the place. It does break it up though, unfortunately, so you can kind of see right through him, and you get this ugly gap. So kind of have to position him just right if you're trying to get him into some nice action poses for some pictures and stuff. It does have the floating crotch. It doesn't really get in the way. The other part the other joint that I don't like is his legs. You don't have the ratchets there. It's just on your standard ball hinge. You can go forward, you go back, and you go out to about there. It is hindered by the sculpt a little bit, but I don't have any problems with mine. You can fix it if you have loose joints, but over time I know, he's probably going to start doing that. And without him with a stand, which I wish he would have come with a stand, but oh well. It's kind of a pain. But again, it's nothing too terrible. Standard knee joint as far as a double hinge and such. And then again, I already said that he's got the ball hinge, wrist or ankle joint. You only got one click though, unfortunately. You go back to about there, and forward there. This is a hard plastic, so you don't have a lot of motion there. You can't have the ankle rocker a little bit, but again, you're kind of hindered by this solid piece on the side, again, which is a hard plastic. Then you have the crappy toe swivel, which I hate. It just looks awkward. It doesn't work. A toe hinge would have been nice, but oh well. All right. Bring in some comparisons really quickly. Here is the McFarlane version that we got back in the day. As you can see, he's got the Gray Fox head, which I wish that this guy would have come with. And, obviously I got the arm gun. And that's what the color scheme, as far as at least the PlayStation, and I'm pretty sure the Twin Snakes, but looks like. And lastly, or up next, here he is next to Solid Snake, which they look good together. And he's next up in the line, and I'll probably review him next also. So, all right, so that's it for Cyborg Ninja here from PlayArts Kai. Really nice figure. He is one of my favorites. I really like the character, and that's why I pretty much like this figure. It does have some issues, but I think it looks really good on the shelf. And once you get a stand for him, you can get him into some really nice poses and such. As far as the price of this guy, he isn't, I want to say he's not as expensive as you would think. I mean, I wouldn't be paying some eBay stupid ass prices for him, but you can get a good deal with this guy, and he roughly goes for right around what the Marvel variants from the PlayArts Kai line's doing, right around that $150 range. I've seen this guy go for, so, and that's with box and everything. So that's about it for this guy. Remember, he has been knocked off, so keep that in mind if you want to track this guy down. But definitely recommend it for the Metal Gear fan, PlayArts Kai collector, and such. He is about, he's not your standardized, 6-inch figure or 8-inch. He's, you're looking at a 10-inch figure here, so you got to have the room also for that. So, but really nice. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe. Check out Plastic Fanatics on Saturdays, 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will talk to everyone later.